Are safaris good for couples? Cozying up next to a crackling fire on a cold winter's night, the air so clear and so calm that you can see every star twinkling above you and hear the sounds of nightjars, bats, and owls, is quite possibly one of the most intimate experiences a couple can have. While the luxury beach holiday remains high up on the bucket list for many, a safari for couples has something the beach holiday doesn't, and that is seclusion, a feeling of belonging, and a chance to just be blissfully unaware of the rest of the world, if only for a while. The best African safari tours for couples are planned around what the couple wants to experience. It can include everything from early morning bush drives to see the Big Five, to the most romantic lantern-lit dinners on a private stoop or balcony overlooking the bush. Creating memories that only the two of you get to share and reminisce over is an extraordinary experience. With so many safari destinations in Africa, if you are planning a safari for couples, you will be spoiled for choice. Do safaris work for couples? Safaris for couples work beautifully because they create an environment where your shared wonder and your time to be together without a distraction naturally deepens your connection to one another. In the hush of an open vehicle at first light, you lean close to point out a herd of elephants crossing the river, or pause together during a quiet moment as the guide's voice fades and only the sounds of the bush remain. You'll share comfortable silence, indulge in sundowners sipped side by side while the setting sun turns the sky golden, and you'll have evenings that end with slow dinners, where the vastness outside makes the space between you feel even more intimate. These safaris have the unique ability to remind you about the essentials of a relationship, like having the time to be together, just the two of you, without the feeling of having to rush. And with the rise of slower safaris for couples, the longer stays in fewer places, private guides, and exclusive experiences all work together to prioritize privacy and having meaningful time to spend together. Safaris for couples remove the noise of daily life, replacing it with moments of presence and pure bliss to remind you why you chose each other in the first place. Are safaris romantic? Safaris for couples can be as romantic as you like. It all comes down to where you go and how you plan your trip. When planned right, a safari can feel like a cinematic experience. Many lodges and safari tour operators will go above and beyond to custom create safaris for couples. Bush picnics in secluded clearings, hot air balloon rides, spa treatments including couples massages using local botanicals, and simply having the luxury of no agenda beyond watching the world wake up together are all a part of what can make safaris romantic. For those who want to have a little more adventure, romantic safaris can also include activities like a shared canoe trips or whitewater rafting, a night spent outside sleeping on a starbed, day walks and hikes, as well as real adrenaline-fueled thrills like bungee jumping. How long do you need on a safari? The more time you can spare, the better. One of the greatest things about safaris for couples is that you are treated to the opportunity to slow down and take your time. A week on safari will let you settle in slowly and get used to bush life without feeling rushed. But 10 days or more is what you should aim for, as this many days will give you the chance to linger in one or two regions, absorbing every moment and getting to see plenty of wildlife. In 2026, slower itineraries are already a common feature for luxury safaris for couples, with travelers preferring depth over breadth, so that they can make the most of private moments. For romantic safaris, more days spent at a slower pace also means having mornings dedicated to game drives, afternoons spent lazy poolside, or taking gentle walks, and quiet evenings. A standout example of the best African safari tour for couples is a 10-day journey through Zambia's wild wilderness, a trip that will take you from the thunder of the Victoria Falls to the intimate waterways of the lower Zambesi and the prolific plains of South Luangwa. Our Romance Zambia itinerary is the blueprint of how a safari can perfectly cater to couples of all kinds who just want to get away from the crowds and have that once-in-a-lifetime experience. What countries in Africa are perfect for couples? Africa has so many incredible spots that just feel made for safaris for couples. Each one has its own special something that makes it the ideal place for a romantic getaway. And honestly, it's hard to pick a favorite because they're all so different in the best way. South Africa is the most accessible safari destination in Africa, which makes it especially popular for honeymoons. You've got those gorgeous private reserves where everything feels luxurious and intimate. Plus, you can easily add a few days in the winelands, or you can drive along the coast and explore the beautiful and rather dreamy garden route. Botswana's Okavango Delta is just the place to go for privacy. Sliding through the water in a makoro, those little dugout canoes, with just the two of you, lilies everywhere, and maybe a hippo grunting in the distance, is the epitome of safari romance. The camps are tiny and private, often with only a few tents or suites, so it really feels like the bush belongs to you. Tanzania will give you the Great Migration and the excitement that comes from watching thousands of wildebeest and zebras crossing rivers is something you'll talk about forever. And then you can hop over to Zanzibar afterward, where you'll have spice-scented air, powdery white beaches, turquoise water. It's the ultimate bush-to-beach combo without feeling rushed. Kenya has that classic safari vibe with its big open plains, lions lazing about, and giraffes peeking out at you from the top of an acacia tree. A lot of the conservancies feel really personal because they're smaller and more exclusive. You can do off-road drives just for the two of you, have a bush picnic with champagne, and watch the most dramatic sunset. It's a timeless safari destination. Zambia is a bit more rustic and a lot quieter than its neighboring safari countries. You can walk along the riverbanks, take boat safaris at golden hour, or stand in the mist at the Victoria Falls feeling tiny and in awe. The lodges lean into that understated luxury with open-air showers, dinners by lantern light, just the sounds of the surrounding night. It's intimate in the best way. And then there's Mozambique. It's not quite a safari destination, but it can be an add-on to your couple's safari if you want that tropical island experience. The beauty of planning a safari, wedding, or honeymoon is that you can mix and match however you want. You can have a traditional safari, beach days, or a beautiful mix of both. Are safari lodges romantic? Safari lodges really know how to make safaris for couples feel extra special and romantic. They've thought of everything to help the two of you just soak in the moment together. Some lodges are built to look out over floodplains or waterholes, while others are nestled against riverbanks, and often rooms include private plunge pools, outdoor showers, and balconies where you can sip your morning coffee as hippos grunt below. Rooms are designed to be indulgent, with soft linens, flickering lanterns, and comfortable furnishings. Many lodges also curate couple-specific additions like in-room spa treatments and private bush dinners. And simply the absence of crowds is often enough to make it feel as though there is only the two of you in the world. Make your own African love story come to life. Allow us to put together a dreamy safari for you and the love of your life.